All right, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, your friendly neighborhood AMD shill, and I'm here to tell you that, gosh, you shouldn't buy the AMD 9070 XT because Hardware Unboxed said so. Like, no, I'm just joking. So I get on YouTube today. You know, I don't go out of my way to look for these guys anymore. Really, they just pop in my feed. Like I pop in your feed, you know, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's that damn frog dude again. Gonna listen to him rumble or ramble, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I jump in there and I see it and it's like, these GPUs are not $600. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, yeah, you're right, bro. He's like, he's not. It's almost like they're mad. Like, I'm not even joking. It's like they're legit pissed off that AMD is selling GPUs for $1,000. I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? You guys should be celebrating the fact that AMD has a product that people are willing to overpay for. Instead of like the whole, like this dude literally legit goes on a freaking rant about, yeah, well the NVIDIA cards are trying to say that the AMD cards are what, 12% cheaper? I'm like, dude, like, I'm like, how much? Like, I was because I remember before these cards came out. This is the point I'm trying to make. These cards were about to come out, and these dudes, right before AMD was saying their prices, were like, if they don't sell them for $550, they're going to sit on the shelves and they're going to be DOA. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was telling AMD, I was like, yeah, you should just price them for the exact same price as the freaking NVIDIA GPUs. You know what? Honestly, if AMD would have did that, if AMD would have just priced the 9070 XT at $750 and the 9070 at the $550 or whatever, at the same price as the NVIDIA GPUs, honestly, with the prices going up as much as they are right now for these cards, you would have been like none the wiser, and you would have been like, okay, well, whatever, you know, that you wouldn't have felt as ripped off buying a freaking $1,000 AMD GPU because, you know, the price is. The price is, you know, obviously it looks higher because of the way that AMD priced these cards at MSRP. So $600. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's give this one to AMD no matter what. Like they put out a damn good card. The 9070 XT is an awesome freaking GPU. I've had mine for over a couple of months now. I mean, all in all, I've had both these GPUs now for about 3 months altogether, and. You know, when I compare my 9070 XT to the 5070 Ti, and this is no joke, okay? 90% of the time, these cards are like lockstep. I'm not even joking. Like right now, I'm playing Doom Dark Ages, and you know, like the 4K, just a native 4K performance out of this card, giving me, it says average 63 frames, but then when you look at the thing, it's like in the 45s or whatever. I'll have some video playing, and I'm looking at this game, dude, and I'm like, gosh, this is absolutely beautiful. And at the frame rate that I'm playing, when you have a V-Sync monitor, when you have FreeSync, G-Sync, whatever, you don't feel the dips, okay? And if you're engaged in the game and you're playing it, it's freaking awesome. And so when I'm sitting here playing this, you know, I just did like, I'm uploading like a 30-minute video of Doom Dark Ages at 4K. And I'm sitting here and I'm playing this game and I'm just like fully immersed, and it's so beautiful that I'm like, wow, man, this is the kind of experience that you get from a brand new 9070 XT running a brand new game from, like, oh my gosh, IdTech is one of the most impressive visual freaking masterpieces that like you're ever gonna see. Like IdTech 8, this is absolutely incredible. I'm like running through this level and I'm like going through these, like, I go into this thing and you see like the legs start falling off and stuff. So I like shoot another leg and like you can see these like little building things just topple over. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? The amount of destruction in this game is so cool. So cool. I just like, I look at these cards from AMD, you know, and even from NVIDIA. Like, I'm not saying, like, honestly, if you could get either one of these at a good enough deal, like whatever you're comfortable paying for, I think both of them are awesome. In my opinion, the NVIDIA experience has come a very long way. Now, I'm an AMD fanboy through and through. I love AMD. I love the experience. I am willing to accept some games not playing that well on the AMD experience because I like the overall experience more than I care for the NVIDIA one. NVIDIA will get the job done, guys, but when it comes to 9070 XT, this card is absolutely freaking special. And so when I look at these videos that Hardware Unboxed puts out, okay, I just have to scratch my head. It's like these dudes legit came out and declared AMD dead on arrival if they were not $550. These cards are selling 2 months post-launch for up to $1,000, and they are still moving off the shelves, well above what these guys said would be the nail in AMD's coffin for GPUs. Okay, we're not going by old, crusty, outdated freaking benchmarks anymore. Like, we're just not. People are going to buy these cards. They're going to turn on frame generation. They're going to turn on FSR. They're going to turn on all of the features. And guess what? They're going to have I was legit just playing Doom Eternal at 46 frames, or Doom Dark Ages at 47 frames a second, and fully immersed in the experience. It felt smooth. Okay? It felt good. If I dropped it down to quality and turned on frame generation, man, that game would feel absolutely incredible. So is what I'm saying is, like, look, the old outdated metrics of how we used to run benchmarks for games, they're just outdated. They're outdated. They do not factor in the new features. And without the new features, people will look at that card, look at the benchmarks, and they get depressed. And I know they do, because I do. When I look at that stuff and I'm like, gosh damn, dude, this sucks. The only 4K card is the 90 series from NVIDIA. Really? I mean, it's frustrating to think that the whole thing just, yeah. I mean, like, when I have the 3080, people are like, no, Frog, you got to get the 3090. Really, guys? Really? Come on, man. It's crazy to think that, like, you watch the benchmarks, you see the things, and then you're looking at, like, the frame rates, and you're like, gosh dang, man, the only way to have a real good 4K experience is to buy a 90 class card. Well, that's just not the case. That's not the case. I know that if I can look at DLSS 4 and FSR 4 and utilize frame generation on these games with a controller and be absolutely 100%, not even saying this, like, legit blown away, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be all right too. Like, I'm pretty sure, man. Like, I'm pretty freaking sure. Like, yeah, I think you are. So here's the one thing. This is the last little bit of wisdom for tonight that I'm gonna impart on you. I don't necessarily think you should feel bad if you buy one of these cards. Like, if you've got the money and you can buy one of these cards, I don't think you should try, like, regretting it or anything like that, just due to the fact that these cards are legit designed to last longer than they ever have. And you probably should try to make these purchases last a little bit longer if you buy them. If you spend $1,000 on a GPU, okay, let's be real. If you spend $1,000 on one of these GPUs, try to make it go as long as you can. Try to get every little bit out of it. You know, do what you've got to do. If you have to, I'll tell you what, the best thing I bought this generation, honestly, is that 4K monitor. Okay, that 4K monitor will legit, with a push of the button down here, turn right into a 1080p monitor. Like legit, will turn right into a 1080p monitor. And now I can play that. And once your eyes adjust, I'm not just saying this, guys. Like, once your eyes adjust to the 1080p, you're fine. Like you'll be right into your game. You'll be playing. You'll be enjoying the incredible OLED HDR, everything. Like, you get the full 9 yards, except for, yeah, you are going to take a hit in resolution, which obviously in the distance gets rid of some of that clarity. But everything up close and personal still looks good. And I'm serious, once your eyes adjust, I think you would appreciate the overall performance gain that you get out of that. So be smart. If you're gonna buy one of these GPUs, get that monitor. Get a dual mode monitor. I don't care which one you buy. Get a dual mode so that you are not. And then play around with it. It's going to take you a while to get used to it, maybe. Depending on how far your brain cells are gone over the whole 4K shit, it might take you a little while. But once you finally get to a point where you're like, all right, this shit don't look bad. It's fine. You know, it's one of the reasons why I keep being persistent in covering 1080p now, is because it's a good resolution. Or even this one right here, guys, the ultra wide. Whoo boy, 3440 by 1440, man, absolutely incredible. The only thing that you would probably find a problem with this one is the black bars when you don't have ultra wide support. That can kind of like deflate your mood a little bit depending on some games. Like I'm not looking at you, Square Enix, but I'm looking at you. Yeah, not having that ultra wide support kind of does suck sometimes. But other than that, guys, a 9070 XT, absolute beast. And it just makes them fellas look like fools, man, because there's guys out there like me that'll buy them, dude. Like, no problem. I do not suffer from the NVIDIA's better crap. Once that facade or once that illusion broke, it ain't never coming back. Yeah, it's not significantly more better than AMD. So yeah, whatever one you guys can find, I do vouch for both of these cards though this generation. I think the 5070 Ti is an absolute freaking monster beast. I love it, and I love my 9070 XT. Like, I'm always on the 9070 XT. I feel like these are the two most important GPUs that are available right now. But then as you see the 9060 XT and the 5060 Ti 16 gig come out, I think those cards are going to be quite important as well, because I do think that they're going to service the lower end of the market. And you gotta understand, guys, NVIDIA putting 16 gigs on a GPU and AMD putting 16 gigs on an entry-level GPU, these cards are only going to last you longer. It's incredible. It's incredible that we're at a point in time now where the GPUs are absolutely incredible for what they can do. The amount of money that they save you in the long run, to be completely honest with you, I don't know, man. Like, this, it's so funny to watch every single one of them damn content creators out there complaining and crying about the price. And you know what, guys? I mean, let's be real though. In Hardware Unboxed's favor, because I don't want to be mad at those guys. I don't really hold a grudge. But I guess, I mean, honestly, if I got 7 free 5090 GPUs, I think I would have a hard time finding a value in a $1,000 GPU too. I would. I mean, it's only fair. If you've got the top of the line GPU, you're going to have a hard time finding value in anything under that card. Because how do you find value when you've got the best for free? There's no other better value than that, period. Like, there's no other better value ever. So yeah, I think they're absolutely incredible. The cards that I have, I think the XFX Magnetic Air being the top one of the AMD stack, absolutely, man. That is probably the most expensive one too, but it is absolutely awesome. And to be fair, my Aorus is absolutely incredible as well. So, all right, my friends, if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit a thumbs up for the AMD shill, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Froggy out.